Hello and welcome to another moon reading divination with us, Feely. We use plural pronouns we, they, and we are doing this divination reading based on the I Ching Book of Changes, which is a Chinese ancestral divination system. If you haven't heard of it, you could look it up. And we also made a video where we're talking a little bit about the basics of what this is. And but otherwise, yeah, it's a monthly moon reading that is for the collective. It's meant for everyone who is signing into this video right now. And yeah, prepared with love, much consideration, and we're drawing from a translation that we created, just working off the ancient characters in our own way. We try to be really careful and study the characters as best we can, but we also want to say that we're a half Chinese person who grew up in Canada. We barely speak Mandarin for various reasons, and ancient Chinese is not our study, so just wanted to put that out there. I think that's important to say, but there is still a lot of care that we put into these readings, and it's an artistic interpretation too. So I hope that that can be something that resonates with you. And yeah, let's go into it. So each divination reading of the I Ching has two different, it can have one hexagram, which is like an answer. Like in tarot, you draw a card, and in I Ching you draw a hexagram. So a hexagram has the symbol that is giving you a response to the situation that you are asking about. In this case, it's just the general, well-being, different things that are useful to consider this month. We say that in a chill way, but actually it's a big deal. It's kind of like everything, like the key points of what we might be going through, and if it resonates, it does. If it doesn't, it's okay. Move on. We'll move on to the next part of the reading. So it's really for you to be feeling in your body and noticing, oh, that really, oof, yeah, I felt that. And when you feel it, then you know it's kind of for you. It is for you. So yeah, we'll go into the reading. Each hexagram has some lines of poetry associated with it, and yeah, just really want to read those to you. It's a very concise poetic style that you get in ancient Chinese, and the words can mean a lot, so it's almost like you really have to resonate those words. It's hard to feel it in English, but we'll dig into that a little bit here. So, consort, womanly power, no use to call for her. That's the first poem. Consort, go. This is a very interesting hexagram that is very profound, in the sense that it is saying we can take this moment, and the most powerful thing we can do isn't to run after the things that we are chasing. In this moment, everyone's really busy, everyone's working hard. No, that is not the power. The power is who we are in this moment, what we embody, taking the time to breathe in, breathe out, to really be who you are. Go means sex, it means consort, it means being who you are, embracing the pleasure of that, and yeah, letting go of anything that keeps you from that. You don't need that anymore. That's pretty exciting. Woman power, feminine power is the most powerful power, because it is always changing. The masculine power that's looking for a certain outcome and trying to just run and run and run, it's brittle. It's going to fall apart, and you're just going to end up back in this feminine place. So why not just drop it? Drop it right now. Just be who you are. And you might be amazed by what comes from that power. That's the idea of this one. And then we're changing into a second hexagram that is kind of like, so the first one's laying the scene, is the context. The second one's a bit more like the play off, like the twist, or the thing that you can consider within all that. The game changer kind of comes through as an idea. Okay, so we'll read it. It is Lü, which means stepping. It means shoes. It means walking, walking not from like I'm going, but from your ears, stepping from the ears and listening, So the poem really resonates with that idea. It goes, stepping on the tiger's tail, yet not biting anyone. Be at ease. This last one, be at ease, is actually just one word. It is hung. And I translate it as be at ease. It's kind of, there's different ways you can read it. I find it's just reminding you of this inner resonance of what it feels like to be full, what it feels like to be well. And this comes up throughout the readings. There's many readings that say hung, and it's advising you how you can get there too. In this case, we are doing something super scary, super dangerous this month, and the way we're going to do it is by relaxing, and it's also going to bring us well-being if we can be brave. But we have to be careful. There is danger. It's a real tiger. It could hurt you, but it's not going to hurt you. You have to be relaxed. You have to believe in what it is that is calling you. The tiger symbolizes ambition. It symbolizes fierceness. So it has this quality of going ahead right to the thing that is scary to you, but is meaningful. It's the real thing. Do it, And there's this other image that comes with this poem. And I'm going to read this. I didn't read the last one, actually, of the consort. I'm going to trust that. So this one is, the image is above heaven, below marsh. So that's the trigrams. You have the heaven above, the marsh below. Above heaven, below marsh, treading, stepping. Sovereign child, that's you. You're a sovereign, and you're also a child of the ancestors. Sovereign child thus distinguishes high and low, willing peace to the people. So high and low, we are looking for the highs and the lows of our experience. Not everything feels the same, and as we are doing scary things, doing things that are fierce and bold, you're gonna be able to tell from your listening inside what is the right thing to be doing. Look for feelings of peace. Look for peace. It might not always come. We live in a very not peaceful world, but in every action we have this opportunity to choose peacefulness and embody that. That is the idea of treading, taking steps from a quality of peace, combining that with the consort idea. It is taking steps authentically from who you are. You can dress like who you are, you can be who you are. This is something we're working on, and every day I realize how meaningful that is, how much changes from who we choose to be and how we choose to feel, what we choose to feel in the moment. There are two changing lines in this hexagram, which are kind of like little like warning lights, I guess. It's like things that are really calling attention to a very specific thing and aspect of this reading, of this time. And so we're going to read them out. The first line that's changing is the bottom line of the hexagram. And the bottom line has a poem that goes, "Fastening it with a metal brake augurs benefit." Augur meaning it foretells, it gives benefit. it gives you that impression, looking into the future. Okay, I'll read it again. "Fastening it with a metal brake augurs benefit. Having a place to go, seeing danger. Starving pig is cared for, stepping carefully." It's a lot of imagery there. I like to think of this one as really releasing and stopping the things that are not aligned for you in this period. It's a period where you're going to have to wind it down. When those things that you're feeling are not working, you're going to have to be the one to cut it, to press the brakes. If you're spending too much money, it's up to you to curb it, and it's in the interest of being able to go further and to go where you need to go. So the brake and the intention are the same thing. They're just interacting on different levels. And by having a clear intention, it will help you to be able to let go of the things, to seize the things that are just taking your energy and your time. Part of that's emotional energy. There's just so much we don't need to be worrying about right now. And the idea is that if we're hungry, we have to feed ourselves and make sure we're okay. So there's a danger there. We have to make sure that we have enough to nourish ourselves. And by releasing all these unnecessary forces, that's going to be very decisive in this moment as a tool for going where you need to be. Line 3. Thighs without skin, one's path is repeatedly such, grinding without great fault. So in this case, burnout, we're working so hard and we're so used to it. We are so strong. We have our thighs rubbing, or they're bulging, but they're so big that they are hurting you because they're just rubbing each other. That's not the way to go. And that's what they're saying is it's not your fault. It's okay if you want to do that, but you don't have to do that. If you achieve a lot, you might be happy, but it's still going to be painful. So why not call on rest and find a different way? There's some kinds of overexertion that actually get in your own way. That's the idea. Just a thing to think about. I know that's not easy for everyone, ourselves included. And yeah, just wanted to share some concluding notes. There's one that was really hot for us. Let me just read it. Yes, there's just one thing I wanted to say, and that is act in a way that you're already embodying your calling. You're already in it. This means not rushing around. Rush is a contraction of who you are becoming because you're not trusting that you're already them. Rush is a contraction of who you are because you are afraid you won't get there. Boop, boop. Guilty. Great. So I hope this was useful for you. If you'd like to do a divination reading together, we do offer that service. Newsflash. You just reach out. I have a website. And if it's something that just feels aligned to you right now, we're very happy to sit with a question that you may be having and work through it using this tool. It is a by donation service, so it's open to anyone. And yeah, just we're here for that. And it's online, it's in person. And otherwise, take good care of yourself this moon. We're reading this reading a little bit late this time, so we'll probably jump into another one in the new moon coming up, if it feels right. And yeah, otherwise, keep vibrating with these ones. Let us know how it goes. And we wish you a very beautiful next few weeks. Thank you.